As you can see, we are on a bus station. It is right next here to the train station, and all the buses in Horsens are arriving and leaving from here. Have you ever heard about Flixbus? The long distance buses? You can find them here as well, together with other buses that can go all the way from here, maybe to Copenhagen. When it comes to prices on the buses, the number of zones you are crossing depends. Here in Horsens, in the city center, we are crossing mainly 2. So the one ticket will be 22 Danish crowns. It's quite pricey, it's 3 euros. However, we can show you how to get it cheaper. There are multiple lanes you can choose from. However, we would like to point out number 1 or number 10 as it is sometimes displayed, and number 2. These ones will take you all the way from here to Vienna University College while crossing city center. Speaking of Via, school wants to move campus somewhere closer to the city center, and that construction is just the thing. We promised you how to save money on a bus ticket. And it's not a big secret, it's just a little app you can download to your phone. It's called MIdttrafik. It allows you to buy tickets in bulk, so-called klippekort or klippekort. If you get yourself, for example, 10 rides, you will be actually paying 17 Danish crowns instead of 22. And that's a good deal. However, if you plan on traveling a lot by bus, I recommend you pedlerkort. This one allows you to take all the buses within Horsens for 380 Danish crowns per month. And it's quite a deal. Choice is yours. Another useful app is Rejseplanen. This one serves as a timetable for all the trains and buses within Denmark. Oh, speaking of train, I'm late. If you plan on traveling by train, you should get yourself DSB app. This one allows you to see schedules and also buy tickets, so you don't have to spend time with one of these. DSB stands for Danske Statsbaner and is the largest railway company in Denmark and in whole Scandinavia. The train tickets are divided into many categories, but the one you want to find are the orange tickets. These ones are discounted tickets and they are way cheaper than regular tickets, yet the only difference is that you are not allowed to sit in certain sections of the train and you don't have your seat reservation. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, there's a limited number of the orange tickets, so first come, first serve. If you plan on traveling a lot by the public transportation, you should get yourself a Rejsekort. Rejsekort literally translates to travel card and it works similarly to any other country. Basically, you just need to charge it up here and travel with discount. Okay, now, how it works. All you need to do is use this terminal when you're getting into the train and then use it again when you get out. Same applies for the buses. Also, did you know that you can use your train ticket as a bus ticket? No, all you need to do is just come to the driver, show him your train ticket, and he will let you ride for free. Amazing. Speaking of free rides, do you know who won't let you ride for free? These guys behind me. The basic fare is 75 Danish crowns, which is 10 euros, and every kilometer up to 20 crowns on top of it. They are not bad guys, but you want to save money and survive, right? That's why you watch us. So avoid them, unless it's absolutely necessary. Now you know everything you need to know about public transportation. So let's talk about cars.
Hey guys, Michael here. Well, if you did not notice before, bringing your car to Denmark is actually not easy, and so is not the driving. And some traffic rules are different than in other countries. So today we're going to tell you everything you need to know about cars. And since we're here at the Bigland Park, let's take a walk and I will explain everything to you. If you would like to come with your car to Denmark, it's completely fine. However, keep in mind that as soon as you become a resident, you can have your car here for only 14 more days. After that, it becomes illegal to drive on foreign plates. If you would like to keep your car, there are 2 options you have. The first option is a 6 months permit that allows you to drive on foreign plates, and the second option is a full registration of the car. The 6 months permit is actually a little tricky to get, and the reason for that is that you need a document that clearly states that you would be in Denmark for only 6 months, and after that you would be leaving the country. This is a great option for you if you are coming for an Erasmus program. However, if you are enrolled to a full-time degree, your application will likely be declined. This would not be too big of a deal. However, one application costs you about 500 Danish crowns, and you don't want to be throwing money out the window. The second option that you have is a full registration of the car. That means that you get Danish license plates and your car is officially Danish. However, you have to pay the registration fee, which can be up to 180% of the market value of the car. On top of this, you have to pay other fees such as the license plates themselves, the green tax, and then the insurance. This can all add up pretty fast, so you might be better off simply getting a car here in Denmark. So now you know everything there is to know about cars in Denmark. Oh. You know what? Let's make sure you will avoid one of these in the first few days. Start with the basic things, get yourself one of these. It's called a parking disc, and it's gonna cost you anywhere from 20 to 50 Danish crowns depending on where you buy it. It's very essential in Denmark, and you will see in a second why. Also, to show you some different traffic signs, we actually have to go out there because there are none here. So let's go. One sign that you will see most often is this one. It simply says customer parking, and you can find it around most shops. Timma means an hour, and you usually get around 1 or 2 hours near most shops. Keep in mind though that you have to use your parking disc when you're parking in time restricted spaces such as this one. That simply means you turn your clock to the hour where you parked, and then you're good to go. This one means private parking with the valid permission only, and what that means is that your parking disc will not save you here, and you actually have to have a permit to park on these spots. If you happen to live at Kamtjatka, you can get your parking permit from Joselbo. And if you live elsewhere, you have to ask your landlord. If you don't have a permit to park on one of these, then you have to find a different one, such as this one. It's not unusual in bigger cities that you have to pay for parking. Horsens being a relatively small city, you have to pay only sometimes, and it is what you see this time. You can use a parking meter, or you can actually get one of the apps from one of the parking controls. The cool thing about the app is that it allows you to end your parking earlier than you have originally intended, so you can save some money by doing that. You'll see this sign usually around the center of the city. The hours on top refer to workdays, and hours in brackets refer to weekends. Timma still means an hour. However, all of this is not what Denmark is really about. It's a different transportation vehicle that the world associates with this beautiful nation.
It's a bike, invented in 1817 by German Baron Karl von Drais. It was called Dreisin. Yes, and I see I already bored you to death, so let's talk about something more interesting. Let's say, do you have a real expensive, stylish downhill bike you want to bring with you? Well, you shouldn't. You might not know about it, but the bike theft is quite common here in Denmark, and expensive bikes are the first victim. If you want to get your bike, I would recommend you to buy it here in Denmark and from second hand. If Facebook Marketplace doesn't show anything interesting, you can try your chances on DBA. It's the Danish version of Craigslist. Just type cykle, which means bike in Danish, and get your results. Because this channel is all about being smart and not getting in trouble, remember to ask your seller for the proof of ownership. It can be anything as simple as the original invoice. If you cannot provide it, well, then start doing a little investigation. Maybe asking for the serial number of the bike, or contact the police and ask them if the bike was not reported stolen. If it was, feel free to be a snitch. However, if it wasn't reported stolen, then you should be safe. Well, you should be safe. There's no 100%, but that's life. And also, if you are wondering where the hell are we are in front of the Fängsel, or prison in English. And here behind the corner, you can find the station of the pink bikes. Do you want to know more about them? Well, make sure to follow us on Facebook. We are going to tell you some extra information. You've got your bike? Perfect. Now you need to invest into the front and the rear lights. You need both of them working, otherwise you might get pulled over by the police. They might leave you with the warning or with the fine of 500 Danish crowns for each light. So get your lights. Also, if you plan to park your bike in Kamtjatka, remember to get parking sticker from Joselbo. If you want, they will remove the bike. Also, let me tell you about the great way how to get a bike for a semester for just a couple hundred Danish crowns. They are called Apero bikes, and aside from lending you or renting you the bike, they will repair it for the really good student-friendly prices. And the last thing for us to tell you is a great new way of ride-sharing, which started here in Horsens.
It's called TADAA, and what these guys have set themselves out to do is to actually revolutionize the way we use cars every day. Now, their technology is quite cool, but I need someone to explain it to me, so let's go and find someone. Her name is Suzanne, and she works for TADAA Cars. She will tell us more about this technology, so let's go and ask some questions.
Leading technology behind us is an app and control system, which means you can book a car just by applying our TADAA Car app. And it gives you an easy access to a car whenever you need it. You only pay for the time that you use it, and you unlock the car with the app.
Are there any other places where you could find them?
There are several places all around Denmark and a few other places here in Horsens as well. For instance, there is at Taxa Arena. But as a VIA student, you probably would take the car from here most of the time. You always pick up the car the same place and return it the same place, so it's pretty easy.
So maybe let's talk about prices a bit. How much would it actually cost me to rent or share TADAA car?
So to become a member of TADAA, you pay 199 kroners to register. For VIA students that come to Horsens, we offer a free registration in September.
Okay.
So that means you can get started pretty easy. After that, you pay 30 kroners for half an hour you drive.
Are there any packages that we could...
Yeah, there's also a subscription package, which means you pay 3.99 per month, and then you get 12 hours included.
But just to be sure, 12 hours start from when you pick up the car and when you return it back.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
God forbid something happens to me or the car. Is there any liability? How do these things work?
Yeah, so with TADAA cars, insurance is included and also road help, which means if the car by any chance breaks down and you are in the middle of nowhere, you just contact us and we make sure you get home safely.
Why did you decide to go with electric cars actually?
Well, we want to make a green impression on the world, and sharing cars and especially electric vehicles is a great way to doing so. And you can say TADAA cars are for people who need a car once in a while, and you might not need the car to drive for long distances every day, and that's where the electric vehicle is just perfect.
And we can charge these all over Denmark?
You can charge it all over Denmark for free, and you can drive as many miles as you want for free. You just have to be back in time for when the booking is over, and you have to be within the borders of Denmark. So you can't go home to your family or...
Oh, we cannot cross the border.
No, unfortunately, okay. No.
And I was planning road trips with it. Actually, speaking of that, what is the distance on the car? How long can I go with one tank, one charge?
So, yeah, so it depends very much on how you drive, but it's about 100 kilometers.
Okay, that could make for a nice road trip.
Exactly.
You are still in VBI Park?
Yeah.
Are you expanding the company now? Are you going to other cities?
Well, we are always looking for ways to expand the company, and the way we move around in the cities are by placing cars all over Denmark. So in that way we are expanding to Denmark, but fortunately technology makes it so that we can just have our office here and work in all of Denmark. So far so good. VBI is a great place to be.
Well, this is actually a series about Horsens, and what is your impression about Horsens? Why do you like being here, and what is your idea about it?
For me, it's a great place to be, because here you can grow, and here there are many opportunities, both as students, as companies.
One great opportunity for you guys is, as you heard before, there is a promo code.
Yeah, VIA 2019.
And you get a free registration in September, and we need to hurry up because there is a storm coming. So thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you.
And hopefully you enjoyed this video, this episode, and now you know a bit more about TADAA cars. So if you are looking for an affordable, cheap and green ride, you know where to come. Thanks for watching. Guys, thank you for watching. We did our best in this episode, and it took us a long time to make, and there's probably a lot of mistakes.
So please remember that while watching the video, and have a great day, and hopefully you will learn something new, and if you did, let us know.
Also, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done yet. We're gonna be releasing new videos on Sundays. We are not sure if every Sunday or every other Sunday, but you don't want to miss them out. And also make sure to follow our Facebook page, where every Thursday we add a new quick tip for you. So
exactly. So that's everything from us. If you like this video, please share and like. And if you have some friends which feel sort of lost about transport in Horsens, well, send this video.
Yeah. And next week's episode, or in a week after that episode, we're gonna be talking about
money and work.
Because we all need that. We all need that. What is the one thing that everyone needs here?
Oh, well, it's money and peace in mind.
The second more, but yeah, we need money too. Food is not free.